Welcome. To another video. Different video. No Call of Duty or Hitman or, heinous quantities of NBA Youngboy and or Kodak Black with a touch of West Side Gun being played in the background. Today I am going to be rating all 20 of my fragrances. Okay, colognes. I have an obsession. I have quite a lot. I have more than 20 technically, but these are the main ones. So I'm gonna be ranking them from 20 to 1. And obviously, you don't know the fragrances. You just know that I have 20 of them. So what we're gonna do is I actually already made this video, but I'm creating it again. I'm gonna go more in depth. I have shit written down. You can't see. It's more about prices and the rating on Fragrantica out of 5. So let's get right into it. So coming at number 20, right? Valentino Born in Roma Intense. So this is $110. The top 3 notes are vanilla, lavender, and aromatics. To be honest, it smells good. It smells really good. And really, this should be a lot higher. But it's kind of, I've had it for a while, and it's just kind of, you have fragrances for a long time, and this used to be one of the better ones. I used to actually really like this one, and it's not bad by any means, but it's really just a take it or leave it type thing. So, Born in Roma, Intense by Valentino. It's about $110. Valentino's relatively cheap for what you get. Now let's get into niche. Now, niche means it's made by a brand that only makes fragrances, and that would be Mancera Cedra Boisé Intense. Now, you might be wondering, well, what the fuck does that mean, Mr. Percival? Well, this is Cedra Boisé means woody citron, woody citrus in French, and that's exactly what it smells like. It's pretty good. It's unique. This is definitely one of those fragrances that, if you're into fragrances, you're going to want to have. As you can see, I haven't worn it too much, but I have worn it. It's actually pretty solid. I potentially would have this above some of the next ones. This list is just right now, because this could all change. But this is $200. Niche brands, niche fragrances are a little bit more expensive. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say. This is all in one take. Valentino Born in Roma Intense is rated a 4.53 out of 5, which is like extraordinarily high. Like, that's really high. It's actually one of the highest rated on Fragrantica out of my collection. This one is a 4.31 out of 5. And the top 2 notes are woody and citrus, according to Fragrantica. So, number 19, Cedra Boisé Intense. And honestly, could put Cedra Boisé on top of this, but they're so close it doesn't even matter. YSL EDP. It's a 4.41 out of 5, according to Fragrantica. This is all according to a website called Fragrantica. This isn't my rating. It's about $165. Some of these fragrances were traded to me. This is one of them. I didn't buy this. This was traded to me. I do wear it from time to time. Aromatic, fresh, spicy, and woody are the top notes. If you do buy YSLY, do not buy the EDT, which is the clear version of this. This is the EDP. This is a good one to buy. It's a 4.41 out of 5. Anything above 4 is considered good, but anything a little too close to 4 is like, okay, it's alright. Anything under 4 is people don't like it. It's like kind of polarizing. And then anything above a 4.4 or 4.5 is just like elite. Like, there's not a lot of fragrances that are higher than that. So, number 18, YSL EDP. Coming in at number 17 is the oldest bottle here. It's my second ever fragrance. Magnets, bitch. Bleu de Chanel EDT, specifically the EDT. I don't fuck with the EDP. I think it's overrated as shit. This is the EDT. Smells like a grapefruit. The top notes are citrus, woody, and fresh spicy, but really this is just grapefruit. It's really good. I actually like it. The rating is 4.18 out of 5, which is kind of low, but I think the reason why something like this is that low is because this is one of the most popular fragrances in the world for men. So this is bound to be something that a lot of people smell and it gets redundant and then they just don't fuck with it. But it's $120. I remember I got this at Macy's probably 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. It's about a quarter done, just because I've had so many fragrances. It's hard to, go through all of them evenly. But this is relatively used. I haven't worn this particularly a lot as of recent. I'm trying to get a little lower here, so it's maybe not that low. This is all one take, no editing, so. It's good enough. So, that's this fragrance right here. That's coming in at 17 out of 20. So, okay. So look, we got another fragrance. Spoiler alert, we got another fragrance. This is called Rasasi Hawass for men. It's about $40. I don't actually know. This is another fragrance that was traded to me. So I don't remember exactly how much it is worth, but it's cheap. This is a cheap fragrance, but just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's bad. In some cases, it usually does mean that, but in this case, it doesn't. This is a really famous cheap fragrance. This is better than a lot of fragrances. It lasts longer. It's the top notes. They're fruity, citrus, and aromatic or aquatic. It's about $40, I think. I don't remember entirely. That's just what I've heard. And it's rated a 4.33 out of 5. So this is very very high rated for what you get. I would recommend this to anyone, regardless of price. Even if like another fragrance person, another fragrance collector, I'd be like, not gonna lie, like you're gonna laugh at me, but Rasasi Hawass, this is worth having. Like it's good. It's a good winter fragrance and it lasts long. It lasts very long. Not just long for cheap fragrance sake, but long just in general. Rasasi Hawass. I'm gonna get through this a little bit faster because this is a long video. This is gonna be a long video. So already 8 minutes. So Giorgio Armani Acquadigio Parfum, right? So it's a 4.43 out of 5. It's very high rated. It's about $180. It's overpriced. Aromatic, fresh, spicy, and marine. That's what it really smells like. It's very aquatic, aromatic. Kind of smells like oceanic. In this case, it says marine, so it's similar in that sense. This is not worth the money. It's very high rated, and a lot of people like it. It's an easy to like fragrance. I just think it's a little overrated and a little overpriced, but it's Armani. So you want to wear Armani, you got to pay a lot of money. That's how it works. That should be their motto. Coming in at number 14, right? YSL Myself, Le Parfum. There's a Eau de Parfum, I think, and then there's a Le Parfum. The Le Parfum is the matte black bottle, as you can see. Top notes are white floral, vanilla, and woody. It's very good. This is pretty much from this point on. These other fragrances, okay, I mean, I like all of them. Like, I think they are all good. I wouldn't own a fragrance that I think is shit. But this one, this is kind of where it gets to the area where those first 6, it's like, I could take it or leave it, there's a very low chance I'm going to wear those. But then once you get up to 14 and above, I wear these more frequently, like a jump. So I wear this relatively often. It's about $196 for this size. And it's a 4.23 out of 5, which is not that high, especially for, you're not supposed to really do that. It's fucked up. But that's that for this fragrance. Coming in, gotta turn the page. Coming in at 13. This is a good fragrance. Don't get me wrong. It's actually the lowest rated fragrance on Fragrantica, and it's also extraordinarily expensive, which probably has something to do with that. So obviously you can't fucking see because it's a 720p camera. It's called Tom Ford fucking Fabulous. Okay? You literally can't see shit. It's like gross. Okay. It's called fucking Fabulous. Literally. Okay? I'm gonna try it again. Let's try. There you go. Called fucking Fabulous. Now, is it fucking fabulous? It's good. You know, it's with Tom Ford, they're a designer brand, but they're really niche. Okay, now you talk about expensive, Eric. How expensive are you talking? It's $405 for this. And when I acquired it, it was $500. It was $499. So I don't know if they just felt like they're just so generous. Like, oh my gosh, like no one's buying our shit because it's shit and it's fucking $500. But it's just not worth it, especially considering it's 50 milliliters for the shit. The general sizing is 100 milliliters, right? This is 100. This is 100. This is half the volume of this. Yet the most expensive one. Is it worth it? Absolutely not. Don't buy it. Even if you have money to spare, I wouldn't suggest buying this. But I do like it. It doesn't last long either, but it smells good for the meantime. So that's Tom Ford fucking Fabulous for you. Now we're getting into the number 12 spot. Paco Rabanne Invictus Victory Elixir. Oh, by the way, I'm like all over the place. Tom Ford, the notes are aromatic leather and vanilla, and it's a 3.82 out of 5 on Fragrantica, which is the lowest. This is the fragrance that started it all, okay? This is what got me into fragrances. This is what got me into fragrances, really. This is the first one I got. Not this specific bottle, but this fragrance. Let's see how much. It's a 4.51 out of 5, which is very high. Vanilla, warm, spicy, and amber. So really, what this is tonka bean, which smells like vanilla, and also it's coconut. There's like a coconut scent in there, so that's pretty good. And it's $168 for this. If you were to buy this now, it wouldn't look like this. They actually changed the design of the bottle. It looks a little better, in my opinion, but I think it smells the same. This is elite work. This is elite. This is my favorite Paco Rabanne scent. This is my favorite Invictus. So there's that. Coming in at 11, we have another magnetic cap. It's Dior Sauvage Elixir. Now, for those of you who don't know fragrances to that extent, this is not the same as Dior Sauvage. Okay, Dior Sauvage Elixir is different, and not a lot of people have it. Okay, Dior Sauvage, super popular, everyone has it. This one, not so much. So, this is a 4.31 out of 5. It's $185 for 60 milliliters, and it is warm, spicy, fresh, spicy, and woody. This is a dark fragrance. A dark, smoky fragrance, but also kind of like a black licorice in a way, with a side of sadism. Like it's a dark fragrance is what I'm trying to say. I don't know how else to describe it. Do you hear that? Back cracked a little bit. It's very good though. Okay, and the last one. So next we got a Prada fragrance. I love Prada fragrances. I only have two, but really Prada in terms of designer brands is one of the best in terms of fragrances. It's called Prada Luna Rossa Black. Okay, this is amber, musky, and woody. It's really hard to describe this fragrance, but it smells very good, and it smells something like a professional would wear, like a CEO or like a business manager, or someone that works in an office, someone that presents himself well. This would work perfect with like a suit or anything like that. Price wise, it's about $120. It's kind of the same for a lot of Prada fragrances, and it's 4.36 out of 5, so it's pretty good. I would recommend, and that's Prada Luna Rossa Black. That is at number 10. At number 8, and again, these are all subject to change, but for the most part, they'll stay in the same region. This is Azzaro, the Most Wanted EDP. Warm, spicy, sweet amber, about $130, and a monster score, the second highest rated fragrance in my collection, at a 4.58 out of 5. That is insane. So, what is so special about this? This is amber at its finest. When I'm watching a video of some guy reviewing a fragrance I've never smelled, and he says, there's a lot of amber, there's a scent of amber in there, that's when I realize that I immediately go to this, because this is like the amber fragrance. So it's very good. I didn't buy this. This was traded to me as well. It's one of the ones that were traded to me, and it's top 10. So now, okay, this is recently acquired. Initio Absolute Aphrodisiac. It's $405. 4.27 out of 5. The top notes are vanilla, leather, and amber. Now, on the cap, it smells like metal. Like there's a hint of metal, but I promise it doesn't smell like that. It's very good. I really like this fragrance. Absolute Aphrodisiac. $405 for 90 milliliters. Do I recommend it? I would not recommend it to people because it's $405, but it's pretty damn good from Initio. So there's that. Recently purchased. We have now entered S tier territory, okay? Because I'd say probably till Invictus, we were in A tier. Now we're in S tier right here. I can't believe this is number 7, because at one point this used to be number 1. This is called Prada L'Homme EDT. Powdery, iris, and violet. Now, it's a 4.45 out of 5. It is a 130. It's about $130. I got this a while ago. As you can see, it's about a little less than half full, and this is as good as it gets. Really, it is a expensive smelling soap. That's how I would describe this. Is expensive smelling soap. When you wear this, you just smell clean. That's the best way I can describe it. This I would recommend to a lot of people. 4.45 out of 5, rated extremely high. This is the one, A1 to have. And the only reason it's a little lower than I probably would have expected it, is because I've just had it for so long, and sometimes you're okay. Next page. Versace Pour Homme at number 6. Now this might be kind of a crazy take for some of you, but this has really just been something I've been wearing a lot recently. My favorite thing about Versace is they make good fragrances. You get a good brand, and they're not that expensive. They're not, relatively speaking, they're not that expensive. They do well. It's a 4.27 out of 5, which is decent. It's pretty good. The full bottle is about $105. I think this was under $100. This is 50 milliliters. Citrus, aromatic, and fresh spicy. Which honestly, I don't smell fresh spicy. Um, this is my go-to to put on after the shower, where it's like I don't necessarily care if people smelling it. I just like to put it on to smell it on myself sometimes. Versace Pour Homme. It's great summer fragrance. We're now getting into the top 5 here. This is Dior Homme Intense. Now, what did I tell you about the iris note? The iris note is in Prada L'Homme. The iris note is also in Dior Homme Intense. This is 2011, so this is actually discontinued. If you want to buy this, you have to go on eBay and buy it from someone and make sure that it's legit. That's how I got this. And this is legit because I paid a reasonable amount of money for it, which is about 125, I think, 130 maybe. This is just fantastic. Like this, it doesn't really get much better than this. It doesn't. Iris, woody, powdery. So it's similar to Prada L'Homme, but there's a woody note to it, and it mixes really well. It's a 4.5 out of 5 on Fragrantica, and you're getting an elite fragrance from an elite designer brand for not a shit ton of money. $130, $125. So that is Dior Homme Intense. Coming in at number 4, we have Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mêlé Parfum. This is the highest rated fragrance in my collection, and I think it's among the highest rated fragrances that there is. 4.6 out of 5. Warm, spicy, vanilla, lavender. I have the 200 milliliter version, so this is $194. It's the best Jean Paul Gaultier. It really is. Le Mêlé Parfum. I have nothing else to say. That's 3. That's 4. I mean, now getting to Iris again. I have 3 fragrances that all have Iris as one of, if not their main note. Valentino Uomo Intense. Vanilla Iris Powdery. 4.47 out of 5. $110. And when I got this, I got it for under $100. It was like 90 something from Nordstrom because they were doing deals because they were trying to match Macy's prices or something. I ended up blasting my bank account for this. I was in college, living in Pittsburgh. I had no money, really. And I bought this. And I resorted to eating. Like, I would get hungry because I didn't have money. Because I bought this shit. Do I regret it? No. Not in hindsight. But in the moment, it was terrible. It was a terrible idea, but it's all about the lore. You know what I mean? It's all about the lore. This among the next 2, this is number 3, can all be interchangeable at number 1, in my opinion. This used to be number 1. And I actually considered putting this number 2, and then I just re-smelled the other 2, and I was like, nah. But this is Iris and Vanilla. Dior Homme Intense is a woody take on Iris, and Prada L'Homme is a powdery take, a more fresh take on Iris. And this is just really as good as it gets. This was kind of my signature fragrance in the last winter. This was basically what I wore. Now we're going to get to what I think is the number 1 summer fragrance of all time. And also the best summer fragrance in my collection. It has to be that way. Louis Vuitton Imagination. I don't know what to say. It's perfect. This is a perfect fragrance. 4.55 out of 5, which makes it the third highest rated fragrance in my collection according to Fragrantica, Fragrantica is just people rating it. So you can make a Fragrantica account and rate it a 5 or 4 or whatever. This is a 4.55. This is my signature summer fragrance. In the summer, this is what I smell like. And it's just unbelievable work. It's really, honestly, probably even number one. It's tied with number one. Now that I smell it, it, like, $325. But this is a fragrance that, when I die, I will wear this for the rest of my life. Well, I'm not going to wear it when I'm dead. I'm saying I will wear this till the day I die. I will continue to buy this. I don't care how broke I am. You can get it refilled. I'm just going to get it refilled for like, a very low price of $120 or some bullshit like that. And I'm going to continue to wear it because this is really just unbelievable work. And I'm kind of glad that it's so expensive, because otherwise, if this was a reasonable price, like $100 and some, so many people would be wearing this. It'd be overworn. But this is real ball knowledge. Well, not really. This is like super popular, really famous fragrance. But if you have this, it shows that you're really committed to the game. I thought I saw like some shadow or something that's just flickering. Coming in at number one, and I really have Louis Vuitton Imagination at number one as well. Parfums de Marly Altair. Now, if this isn't number one, it is easily the number one winter fragrance I've ever smelled. This is recently purchased, and the cap is, no joke, heavier. Oh yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, the bottle might be slightly heavier, but I feel like it's 50-50. It's 50-50, I'm not gonna lie, between the cap, which is like solid metal. I'm gonna drop it on the table. Pretty fucking loud, right? Jesus. If I threw this at the back of someone's head as hard as I could, it would give him a brain hemorrhage. It would be bad. It's just impossible. I don't know how it can get better than that. I just bought this the other day. It's a 4.41 out of 5, which is way lower than I thought. And this is 75 milliliters. Their normal size is 125, but that was too expensive. At Neiman Marcus, they had a discount of $50 off. So this is $290 for 75 milliliters, but I got it for $240 plus tax. So I ended up paying like a $253. And actually, I have two testers. I have more fragrances in this, but these are the main ones. The other ones are just like, I don't give a fuck. Okay, let me just green leaf and this, which is double tap. Okay. And I'm also getting a new one. I'm getting a new one for Christmas. Mind Games French Defense, which I will maybe not, probably not make a video on, because this is just, I'm bored. This is Mind Games Double Attack. It smells like chocolate. It's good. If I had this would be somewhere in the top 10 for sure. I don't fuck with chocolate fragrances that much, but this is an exception. There's some vanilla in it. And then I'm gonna spray this on my wrist here. This is Parfums de Marly Greenly. Yeah. It smells kind of like a lemonade, like a very sweet lemonade with like hints of green. Thank you guys for watching this video.